What up, football freaks? As you can see, I'm in Danny's den tonight, and I forgot that she has these special little headphones, and I didn't realize it until we were just about ready to go live. So I'm at the point I said, screw it. Tonight we got Peplin and Roxy with us, and we got Mr. PNW Aqua Ryan himself here for another week of talking some football. As y'all know, Vikings ain't got much to talk about. Lost Cousins this week, lost our second string. So we're down to our third string quarterback, picked up Dobbs. We'll see what happens. I'm not looking really into it. Here comes Lord Moonshadow. What the hell?
That was his name on Rico stands the other night for Halloween.
You're going to have – I don't know how to change that.
I was still Super Grover. I had to change mine.
Did you do it all by yourself?
I think,
it's all right. The only ones that got their shit right are the two on the right. You and me are all. I'm Danny tonight, and you're Lord Moonshadow. Who cares?
Mine's only right because Roxanne set it up.
And the Moonshadow and the
Roxanne and Peplin are showing off titties over there with their beautiful. Mermaid.
Hey, you respect Belinda now.
Is that the thing's name?
Yes.
It has a name.
Hey, Belinda.
I went to my own channel and got off of James, and now I don't have any background anymore.
Well, you got a brick.
You got a brick wall.
Yeah, you're a brick wall.
You're disappearing. You're fading away like on Back to the Future.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like the Polaroid.
It's like when Homer Simpson reverses back into the bush.
Hey, let's not get disgusting.
What?
Foxy always brings it to the gutter.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. So Ed, are you ready to see your boys open it up at 6:30 a.m. Pacific?
I think it's stupid. I think it's really stupid that the NFL goes to Europe and then they keep saying, this is great for America. How is it great for us to have to wake up super early in the morning? But
it's not great for America. It's great for the NFL organization, though.
You don't see European soccer leagues. You'll never see the Manhattan United come here and play games in Kansas City.
No, Ed looks like he's part ghost.
I think they have though exhibition games, not like a regular season.
I want real live games. They can do all the minor league or all the preseason in Europe.
I'm not a fan of the Europe games either.
I think it's stupid. But
they're talking about expanding to Europe. They're talking about having an expansion in Europe.
AFC Championship game.
My dad is all excited though because my mom is going, or she left to go to West Virginia today to visit my niece. And Dad's like, I don't have to go to church on Sunday, and I can watch the game now.
Artie.
Oh, yeah.
So he lucked out.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
Yes, he does. Or she.
Hey, so is Taylor Swift going to Germany or not? Should I play Kelsey or not?
We don't need her sick too.
I thought she started her tour now.
Do people get sick?
It's called the Kansas City Chiefs tour.
I'm so bitter at my Chiefs. I needed a wide receiver so bad, and they end up going backwards because they got McCole Harmon, who's worse than a wide receiver. He's been on the team for 2 weeks, and he's already responsible for 2 turnovers.
Yeah, that's
just abandon that team, Ed. I mean, what have they done for you lately?
But he's fast.
Nothing.
If he gets the ball in his hand, he's fast. But that's the key. He's got to be able to have the ball. And then when he does get it, hold on to it.
I'm so mad.
Too soon, Ed?
What?
Hey, I can't. I'm so bitter. I don't even care anymore, man, about the season, really.
Hey, you're
don't blame
fucking
you. I
everything
wouldn't
just
if I was
turned up
you.
for you. Things are looking up now, right?
Yeah, I know we're going to be finally rid of the bastard, but I didn't want to see anybody. I mean, even as much shit as I talked about him, I don't want to see somebody hurt. You know,
I knew you loved them.
I
You
wouldn't.
know,
Well, I do love
They
him
might
this year. He
resign
was
him.
my starting quarterback in 3 of my freaking leagues. Of course, I loved him this year.
They might resign him.
That's the poor decisions there.
They might franchise tag him.
He was doing good though.
I didn't need a franchise, man. I just freaking got rid of him.
you know what's awesome is Tannehill got hurt, and that kid is like a lot better than Tannehill.
Yeah, Tannehill's probably done.
I don't know, though,
Levis.
buddy. He looked like a rookie at the end of that game yesterday.
The game before they were really
Still
good.
better than Tannehill.
But I'm saying, I mean, it's hard to fault him. He was trying to make sure he got the ball to the end zone. Either way, they were losing because I think that was with no time left when he heaved it down there. So, I mean, I kind of like that part of him. He at least made the decision, hey, I'm going to lose either way. Let's throw it in and hope one of my big guys can come down with it. And he has DeAndre Hopkins, so there's a good shot it could happen. So
He had like no practice time with the team because he was hurt during the preseason, and then he was the third quarterback forever.
I
it's
think he's
pretty
going to
cool.
probably be a pretty darn good quarterback before it's
I think he is too.
And
I
I'm
think
still
Tannehill's
pissed.
done.
Better than
Because what did
Tannehill.
Kenny E say at the beginning of the year? Who we should have took in the first round?
Yeah, that's what's
Right.
funny about it.
That's what pisses me off. The kid shows, man. But what do you do? It's football.
Yeah.
When you
Poor
got a
Kenny.
GM that thinks he's playing Madden, this is what happens. Speaking
I
of
haven't played
GMs,
Madden.
Ryan, I know you got to be stoked. Got rid of your buddy and the GM, and they sat
Yeah.
Garoppolo down.
I am stoked. We finally got rid of Mick Dipshit.
And you got a Pierce coaching them with
the Garoppolo
Champ
thing,
Bailey's
I mean,
help.
I don't know how that's going to work out. Like,
they need to bring that guy back that was the intern, and they didn't give it to him. Remember that guy that you guys
Rich
won like
Bisaccia. They never should have.
yeah. They
Yeah.
should have gave him a shot.
We actually made the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And with your team, Ed, I'm wondering if people are going to copy
So many.
Denver's defense scheme now for the rest of the year.
Give our quarterback the flu.
Is that what that was about?
I heard he was sick or something.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he had the flu. He had the flu. They should have benched him because we would have beat him with Blaine Gafford or whatever his stupid name is.
Probably. Maybe. Yeah, he didn't look good.
What you gonna do?
There's the perfect storm. Wilson
Yep.
had a good game, and Mahomes didn't.
Yep.
I see Mexicali's a Raiders fan too. Right on.
Well, he's from Cali.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Almost everybody in California is a Raiders fan. Some 49ers
Mm.
fans. Maybe a couple of
I was gonna say,
Rams
there's a lot-
fans and
A lot of
0
Niners.
Charger fans.
Poor Chargers. I know one Charger
I know.
fan.
If they would have stuck it out in San
Really?
Diego, they had a loyal
That's a
crew in
rare
San
thing.
Diego, but I think they all got pissed off at them when they moved to LA.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to miss San Diego not having. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever been there. I've been to that stadium once. It was a cool stadium.
I bet.
Nope, I've never
Overlook-
been there.
Overlooking the ocean, man, it was nice.
A lot of cool stuff in San Diego. That's a pretty.
And it was
Pretty
warm.
neat
I don't
town
care
to
what
visit.
time of year the game was. It felt warm out there.
Oh yeah, it's like 80 degrees there every day. That's why it costs so much. to
Nighttime,
live
it gets a little chilly, like 65, but
there. Yeah.
still, when you can't ask for better than that in football season. I mean,
No, it's ridiculous.
Uh, there's
Oh,
Peplin. Oh,
Ed got his background. He's still Lord Moonshadow, though, which is fine.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that.
who's this? Who is this?
I just change it when I. Oh,
Johnson? Keyshawn Johnson, really?
what is Keyshawn doing to that mermaid? Oh,
Look,
man.
it's the guy from
I don't think I have any-
Mad Max.
I don't think I have any dolls around.
Look at what's weird. His butt,
Uh-huh.
one of his
Oh,
cheeks is a different color paint than the other side.
Oh. I suppose that happens to some people or something. Is it a person?
Maybe the sun comes up on the one side of his motorcycle and not the other side. I don't know.
Oh, somebody's coming to block for Keyshawn or something.
Gosh, his mask fell off. He looks terrible without his mask.
Does he have alopecia?
Oh, well, his hockey mask. I don't know where it fell off to. I don't think he ever took it off during the movies. We're just gonna hide him until we find his mask.
What kind of movies are you watching, Ed?
Mad Max.
Oh, Mad Max? Yeah, I love that shit. Okay, I'm down with that.
But
Danny and I started a new series. Have you guys watched The Kingdom? That Kingdom, Edgar the Bellaham or something?
No.
It's about Dame God or pirates.
Pirate?
I
I
can't
think
believe
you're supposed to say damn. Damn
Damn
pirates,
pirate?
you mean?
Danish pirates. It's back from those days. I
Oh,
call them pirates. I
Danish.
think they consider themselves
Who's that,
Vikings
Curtis
too. I don't know. Did the Danish
Oh,
consider themselves
there you go.
Viking? Vikings are Norse people, so I don't know what they call themselves. But it's a cool show. I've enjoyed it. We watched the first episode last night, so I can't wait to get involved with it. Hey, you're blocking our view now, Brian.
I know. Keyshawn's getting fresh.
Thanks. There we go. There we go.
Oh, you
Ryan, how you doing?
want to see those mermaid movies, Kenny?
Oh, yeah. What could be
Oh.
better, right? Part fish, part boobs.
Hey, I forgot to say hellos. What's up, Melvin, Mexicali, Jimmy P?
Jimmy P, Mexicali, and Melvin.
Our
Jimmy
loyal
P's got
crew.
another new name.
He did that. Gosh, it was last week. He was like that too.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh my goodness! Look, I don't think I've ever seen a Cory fish blush, but that Cory's blushing down there. You see that? And Mexicali says Ed should have said, "Of course he's a Raiders fan." He's low blow. Did you hear see what he said, Ed?
No, did he say call me a loser?
No, Mexicali says Ed should have said, "Of course he's a Raiders fan. He's Mexican."
I'm
It's so-
actually not Mexican
Yeah.
now. I'm Czech. But I think Mexicans are cool. And my last name kind of sounds Mexican.
Mexicali's not Mexican? Are you alleging that?
No, I think he thought I was Mexican. I used to get a lot
Oh.
more tan, but I think
Yeah.
because I'm on blood thinners, I can't keep a tan anymore.
It's just getting old, Ed. I'm the same way. I can't hold a tan like I used to.
I was actually called Rico Suave at one time when I used to rollerblade all summer long in the heat or in the summer, when it was like super bright and I'd get super tan. And I didn't think I could sunburn because I was so tan. I went whale watching out in Vancouver and I got a blister on the end of my nose from a sunburn, and I was shaving like that night, and there was blood everywhere, and I thought I'd cut myself. And then I realized I had a little blister from the sun right on the end of my nose.
Oh my god.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, there's one thing that's
your nose.
There's two things that are guaranteed when we're over 50, Ed. We're going to burn a lot easier, and you can never trust a fart. That's two things guaranteed when you're over 50.
Never?
Never. You can't ever assume a fart's going to be a fart at our age, man.
Oh man, I'm not looking forward to that.
No.
I know. I only got like 6 months left.
I got
I wouldn't
I got
trust
a
your
little
fart
bit
now,
longer, but not much.
Peplin.
What? Yeah, right.
Ed says, I don't think I'd trust your fart now, Peplin.
It's understandable.
It's probably how he puts poor Foxy to sleep when she's talking too much.
She went in the other room.
Oh,
Well, we
Just
figured
gasses
that, or
her
she would have been laughing on that one, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta
paying
mess with my
for it, Ed?
computer tomorrow. I gotta go up and get a computer, laptop, because I'm supposed to speak at this event in less than it's the 21st. So I got like 2 weekends left. I got to be ready for that.
I got to
For
learn how to
Willamette
do
Valley?
that PowerPoint too.
What's that, Ryan?
You're for Willamette Valley or where?
Yeah, I'm speaking for Willamette Valley.
Now, what
Breeding,
if Gumpus
breeding,
asks you to
breeding
speak?
fish simple is going to be my talk.
What if Gumpus asks you to come talk?
Oh, okay.
Probably not going to happen.
So it's a new one then, right?
Yeah, it's new talk. Yep.
Right on.
And then we do have another. Did you get the message, Ryan? It looks like the swap's going to, I think it's going to be in Tualatin this time. And it's, they're doing a late start time. It's like 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. So you don't have to be up at the crack of dawn.
You cut out on my end. I still didn't get the message.
What, are these things screwing up now, or was I too far away?
I heard the whole thing.
Oh,
Oh,
Must
no,
be
it might
Ryan's.
me.
yeah. Anyway, I was saying,
Yeah,
I was
think my
saying
internet's really.
the swap is going to be in February now for sure in Tualatin. That
Okay.
swap that you and I always do, but it's a late start time.
Oh,
It's going to
nice.
be 12. You setups at 12 and start time at 1,
On a
and
Saturday?
then it goes to and it goes to 6. So we don't have to be up at the crack of dawn and 5-hour deal. That's better than
Right.
8. And
Yeah.
usually, if you think about it, it didn't really start picking up till about 12 anyway.
I like everything you said there. You know, it's way better for you and me. No doubt.
When you move here, Kenny, you want to go fish hunting?
Collecting? Are you kidding me?
Why would I kid about that?
I'm. You know damn well I'm all over the collecting. If only
be
Tennessee. Will Tennessee let me keep some of those darters?
No.
Damn it!
But we can go to Alabama or Georgia.
I want some of those darters.
I know. That's why they made it that law
Well,
here in
you
Tennessee
get-
because of the darters. We're like
Well,
the last big refuge of darters.
Well, yeah, and the
Yeah.
people. It's one thing if you like. I'm not wanting to sell them. I just want them for my tank.
Yep.
But you got guys going down there probably catching 200 of them at a time and put them, just turn around and put them right back online. I don't
Yeah.
agree with that. You shouldn't steal from
No.
the public to make a profit.
Yeah.
Unless you breed them yourself. Now, I mean, if you're breeding them, that's one thing. Like, I
If
want
you
to make
take
sure that
them and you
I
start breeding them,
clarify
you know.
that. There is a guy in the
Mhm.
fish fam that does sell a lot of stuff like that, but most of which he's bred himself. He's brought them home and he's
Yeah.
bred them.
Darters or shiners?
He does a lot of the rainbow shiners, but I think he caught them wild and then bred them out. That's Kenny,
I wanna
ABC
catch-
Aquatics.
Yeah, he caught, and he's invited me to go with him. He invited me to go to Alabama and fish for him last year, but it was during Christmas vacation, or like it was on the 24th and the 25th, and all my family was in town.
Well, you don't want
from
to
out
do that
there.
on Christmas Eve and Christmas anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
No.
Oh no, it was the 25th and the 26th.
well, either way, it's Christmas and
Yeah.
He was working the Nutcracker, so he was working during Christmas. Probably getting paid triple time. But
so you get triple time for cracking nuts, huh?
well, he did.
Seems like a decent deal.
I wouldn't get nothing. But I would like to
And it'd do
still
it
go
for free.
down there and catch some fish. I also we could go to Texas too and try to catch some mollies, some Amazon mollies.
And you guys heard that because of all the rising cost of everything right now, that 69 is no longer going to be called 69. It's going to be called 96 because of the rising costs.
Well, that's not very much
Inflation,
inflation.
That's
My, I've been losing weight, taking this pre-diabetic medicine. It carves my hunger, and it's
Ozempic?
great because no, I don't take that. But I go to I went to Taco Bell tonight, and I only ordered half the stuff I normally order, and it's great because I ate half as much food, but it cost me the same as it used to.
Oh God.
Two
Taco
burritos
Bell-
and a
Taco
taco
Bell-
cost $16.
Yeah, tacos are I mean, that place is getting to be a joke. I mean, when you're starting to cost as much as authentic Mexican restaurant, hello, let me think hard. I can go get a Taco Bell special with a bunch of bypass kangaroo meat, or I can go over here and get the real deal.
I think kangaroo meat sounds fascinating.
Well, was it kangaroo or rats? They got accused of something
Yeah.
back in the 90s. I think it was kangaroo meat, wasn't it? That they were
Yeah,
using?
horse. Thought it was
They-
horse.
Whatever it was, it's not
Never
what
heard
we
this.
thought we were eating. I mean, I kind of banned them
Hey.
from that. Danny forces
I'll
me to
be-
go once in a while, but
yeah, the horse thing.
I'll eat
sounds
anything with
familiar,
a face.
but I don't know if that's substantiated.
Watch out,
Fair
Kat.
enough.
anything with a face.
I know Nico has a face. How does he feel about that?
I don't know. He's not in here.
I wonder why. Dad's talking about eating anything with a face. I'm out of here.
Oh, he eats anything with a face too.
You're still alive, though.
Well, he can't fit me in his mouth.
For now.
Yeah.
Yeah, before Sunday, I got to get all these things figured out here. What's going on with my computer, and go get my laptop so I can work on that. I've got a lot of stuff I got to do, and I got to do the pleco tanks again.
Are you at a hotel, Kenny?
Huh?
I don't think I've ever seen that bedspread before.
Yeah,
That's just always on here.
Well, it looks very fancy, just like a hotel.
Brought all his fish
Set up
tanks
a
in the freaking
75.
hotel.
Well, it is kind of what I look like at the Triple Crown.
That's how he travels.
Some people do.
Triple Crown. I had tanks in my room. That's how I kept my
Probably
little
not a
catfish
75,
alive.
huh?
Nah, no 75. This is going to be a 125. It's one of the projects we want to get done this weekend finally.
Oh,
This
yeah.
75 is going to go where my blue diamond shrimp are right now. The blue diamond shrimp are going probably into one of those tubs. And this is going to go up there. Angels, we're going to bring in the 125 tall for them. That's going to be here. The L236 are going to be left in this, but downstairs. And then I have about 8 of those, 8 more of the stir-by Corys that are going to end up in the discus tank. And then I've got another little group of Corys growing out downstairs, but I want to really watch them because I got them from Pep and them, and those are a special type of stir-by. So I want to make sure that I don't mix the two breeds. So, one of my 236s is out looking all pretty.
Are
Like
they like
tennis.
a special Wisconsin type?
But I got a big blotch of algae in between me and him. That's
They're
not going to
point
be
specific.
And you got a
they're
generous
antennas.
offer here.
the
What's
what?
that?
Okay,
You have a
get out of
generous
my.
offer from Mexicali.
Oh, what
What's
he
that?
Said, I need to teach you how to make your own beans much better and cheaper than Caca Bell, which is a
Caca
good
Bell.
nickname for Taco Bell. I like that.
I don't understand anything he just said. But
He wants to teach you how to make refried beans, I think.
oh wow, that's cool. I have no idea how to make refried beans. You probably
Yeah,
take a
so-
bunch
well,
of pork and beans, and then you bake them, and then you fry them, and then you mush them all together, and put enchilada sauce on them and cheese.
Sounds legit to
I'm just
me.
guessing.
Is that Kenny making that noise?
I think he's making a short or something. I'm not sure what's going on over there.
Sorry,
Sam,
I don't get my yo-yo loach very often. He was out giving me the look.
Oh,
love me some yo-yo
Because-
loach.
Does anybody know how to find a toy show and toy conventions and things? Because
Twink?
I like
Is that what
this
he
guy
freaking said?
that's always going to
He
them.
got
I
toy.
can't find him.
Toys like your dolls.
Oh,
Like
Yeah, when you like your dolls.
Snake Eyes.
I don't know what that is.
Oh goodness. I only know of those things at like the comic conventions. I don't know of any toy specific conventions.
eBay.
No, there's this guy named Ken's Toys, and I'm on his YouTube channel, or I watch his YouTube stuff, and he's always going to these toy swaps where people just show up, and it's like a giant flea market of nothing but toys, like a baseball. They used to have
Yeah, I've
baseball
seen
cards
those too.
shows.
Mhm.
Have you tried Googling it? Like toy swaps in your
Yeah.
area?
Toy flea market, or collectible
I
flea
think
market.
maybe they
Yeah.
hate toys in Tennessee.
Oh,
Maybe
I
they just
bet.
hate toys here.
Well, all of our Toys R Us
Yeah.
and stuff closed down here. I mean, I don't think we have any toy stores left, do we, Brian?
Toy swaps. How to
No
host
toy
a toy
stores.
swap. I don't want to host one. I just want to have one or go to one.
Ed, I don't think that's the kind of toy swap
Yeah.
you want to. I don't think that's the kind you want to entertain, there, pal.
No passion parties for Ed.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Kenny, on the serious side. yeah, I
Oinky,
think
are
you're
you
right.
in here? Ed's going down a dark channel right now.
Dark channel. He's Googling it.
Well, there's some website called Toy Swap, but it's all a bunch of stupid educational toys. I hate those.
I got a
Sure
friend that does
Yeah.
the collectible toys and all that and sells them on eBay.
I hate all that baby crap. I just want like cool stuff like GI Joes. That's literally all I want is GI Joes.
Then see if there's a GI Joe swap.
I doubt it.
That might be dirty channel
GI
too.
Joe
Though.
swaps. Head swap model. No, that's where they break a head off of one action figure and stick a head on a different action figure to make a new action figure that looks better.
Whatever.
Nice.
Well, the Hulk ain't gonna look right on Spider-Man.
GI Joe part swaps. Nope. You see, it's all about moving pieces.
Oh, Ed, you're pretty dang close on that whole refried bean recipe.
It was?
Yeah, he says use bush pinto baked beans, dice up some bacon, and fry till crispy. Add your beans to the bacon bits and grease and fry up the beans. Once the beans have fried, add cheese and your favorite salsa and done.
Ooh. You know, I might
Making
try.
enchiladas tomorrow.
I might try to impress Miss Danny with that. Their
Oh yeah, she'd do
Mexicali?
it. She'd nail it.
I don't
You know
know.
that
She only
recipe.
does watermelon.
Huh?
I thought Danny was only good at eating watermelon.
You know, she has not ate that. She has not ate that in a long time. I think she got sick of it because she ate so much that summer.
So Ed, I looked up what the toy conventions, and if you go to toycons.com or fancons.com, it gives you toy convention schedules for the year.
Okay, so it's
I believe it, Jorge.
ToyCon.
Toy cons with an S.
Mexicali
And
says if
what
you want to
was the
make
other
really
one?
good beans for
The
here's
other
the
one
recipe.
is
Says
fan
use-
cons.
use bush pinto beans, bush pinto baked beans, dice up some bacon, fry it really good, put that and the beans together, fry it again, and then add cheese and your favorite salsa. Perfect.
Sounds
Could you
like
please-
it's extremely terrible.
Oh,
Well,
Please,
it
send
can't
me
be
that
any worse than us
recipe.
going to Munchies.
Mint cheese is frozen yogurt.
Well, the way I eat that yogurt ain't good for me.
Tell Danny,
Ooh,
get on. Chop, chop.
What?
we should go get Munchies.
I know. When's your stream over?
Well, we usually go at least an hour. We'll probably be done by. It's 8 now. We'll probably be done about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock they're closed.
They close at 9?
Yeah.
Damn it. Man, I shouldn't have brought it up, man. I'm thinking some Menchie's, man.
I've never heard of Minchies.
It's frozen yogurt. It's
Oh.
like a little yogurt ice
Thank
cream
God
place.
it's
And
Friday.
you go in and there's like 22 million flavors and you can mix it any way you want. So I like to take caramel and then go over and put real hard, fresh caramel on top of that. And then I go and get my cheesecake curds and put that in there. And then I go fill it with vanilla. And then I put hot fudge on top of that with cookie dough on top of that. So I got cookie dough, hot fudge, vanilla ice cream, hot caramel ice cream with cheesecake chunks in it.
Hey,
Ooh,
It's
You
low
know
fat.
what?
It's low fat. It's perfect.
low fat. Okay.
I've got a low fat thing for you.
And that's
You-
scary coming out of your mouth like that.
You have
A what?
crock pot.
Crock pot.
Yeah, I got crock pots.
Okay, so if you buy something called sweet milk concentrate cans and you put it
Yeah.
in a crock pot with water for 8 hours, it turns it into caramel. And it's supposed to be wonderful.
Oh, the lactose sugars. That probably is pretty good.
I just saw it today on a short on somebody's channel.
Yeah, sweet. and
Okay, so there's the
condensed milk.
North Dallas Koi Show. Foxy, is there any in Tennessee?
Oh, I didn't look at the actual websites. I just Googled classic toy conventions.
There's one called in Maryland, North Dallas, Brickfest in Cincinnati. Ooh. November 4th and 5th.
Ed, do you have the board game
Like a-
Stratego at your place there?
Sounds like a Lego thing.
Yes.
You do have Stratego?
Yeah.
Nice. But I do
There's
come
not
back
many
to
games
Tennessee.
like
I would
that.
have taken night. You and me are going to play Stratego.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Stratego's pretty fun.
I love Stratego.
They had a YouTuber Stratego in the hospitality room at the Clash, and I won against Bentley and Stephen P.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Foxy, did you play it?
No.
Oh man. How about you, Peplin?
No.
You guys are losers.
Supposedly I was a snail. I was there and then I wasn't. That's what DB described
Okay.
me.
And let's think about this situation that you're saying they're losers. Really, they're not. Okay, Roxy was homecoming. Okay, and Peplet and Roxanne were away from the farm on a romantic getaway. What do you think they were doing? I don't think I'd be playing strategical
Yeah,
either.
with Fission. We had Fission on a romantic getaway with us thruple.
Wow, now that's kinky.
If
It was
had
a fun
lot
trip,
of
though.
conventions. It was a very fun one. I'm almost out of all my Jolly Ranchers. I've got like 2
Oh
cherries
man,
and about 10 of the peaches left.
I forgot
Oh
to.
no.
I want to get
You're
some
gonna have to buy
Jolly
some.
Ranchers.
Brian, you still got any left?
That was a lot though. Those are
My
pounds.
favorite is sour apple.
Mine's blue raspberry.
And then I like the lemon.
I wish all you guys lived like in my neighborhood, because then we could all buy a big bag of Jolly Ranchers and split them up. Ryan, what's your favorite flavor?
A
I
Jolly
think I'm with
Rancher?
Kenny on the whole,
Great, probably.
that apple, green apple.
Great.
Watermelon. The watermelon's good too.
Watermelon are great.
Although
Oh,
Roxanne,
you guys are all
with the
awesome.
blue
I'll give you all that
raspberry,
crap.
Can't go wrong with that either.
How about strawberries? Do you guys like the strawberries?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't get
they're
them, do you?
Okay, I'll give you those too.
Yeah. I don't want-
Which one'd you eat, Ed?
I like the cherries and the peach.
Okay.
And then the blue raspberries the next, but I'll give those all to Foxy. But guess what? I'm going to a convention this month.
Oh, what kind?
Jolly Rancher?
A
Toy?
fish convention.
Nice.
Ooh.
Which one?
And it's not the Aquashella that I got fired from.
You did
It's going on
definitely.
right now. Aquashella is going on this weekend, and I'm sitting at home because they have a
Well,
Nobody
Well,
gets
here
it.
first. Get it through the fish fam. Ban Aquashella. We're going to do it in respect for this man. We're banning Aquashella this year. You do my head like that? Here's what I got for Aquashella. Bam! There it is.
And
You don't
it's
do that to my boy.
I don't want to burn any bridges, and
Even
until
Shiva's
after
upset
they
by
don't
that.
Invite me back.
Well,
But yeah.
if it's next weekend,
Oh, it's this weekend.
well then don't sound like they're inviting you back, Ed. So double.
Well, they might invite me back for the new ones, but I'm not volunteering and working for them anymore. And well, I have to because I don't have 100,000 subs. But still, they are such jerks.
You need to get in touch with Father Fish, find out what you need to do to get 100,000 subs in 2 months.
You got to hire a professional editor. That's what I asked him. And he has a kid that edits his videos for him, and he's like amazing.
Yeah, that sounds magical. That was my least favorite part of YouTube, is like editing videos and stuff. Listening to
Yeah.
myself say the same thing over and over again. Yeah, I can't handle much of that.
Well, I did a video with Dan. It's supposed to be just a 4-minute mini video, but he accidentally messed up and he wanted me to edit that part out. But he didn't give me enough time in between his edit and his mess up. And it's giving me a headache just trying to delete this thing over and over, trying to get the words to go together.
What did he say? A curse word?
No, he accidentally said his favorite fish food was guppy fry instead of what was
Well,
it?
that's a good fish
Uh,
food. There's nothing wrong with that.
Shrimp, brine shrimp.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to
That's
say
a
he
good
feeds
mistake.
everything from guppy fry to larger fish with those with brine shrimp. But he
Yeah.
messed the word.
There are guppy fry fed on occasion around here.
And then I wanted to edit how I said it too. One of the things I said, because I wanted to tell him that like I've gotten other fish through Get Gills from other people that did a great job shipping, but I didn't say through Get Gills. I just said he does an amazing job shipping fish, and so does other people.
I don't know. I was trying to see if you could see that, Brian, but you can't see it. It's too blurry.
It was Brian that's the amazing guy on Get Gills that I've gotten fish from that are so packaged really nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abe.
Even though I'm sure that Kenny and Ryan, you guys are probably amazing shippers too.
I know my way around
It is-
shipping. I don't do
I-
it like they do. I don't do the heat seal.
Kenny's
do it the
probably
old
better than I
fashioned.
am, but yeah.
I do it the old-fashioned way, where I'm sitting here, and but I'm done. I got blood all over my fingers,
Well,
but they're
so you're
tight,
telling
baby.
me I
Them
should
the
rub
bags. They,
alcohol all over my fish
Yeah,
bags when I get them from you?
the only person that I've ever shipped a bloody thing to, and it wasn't intentionally, was that time that who was it that got that shipment? Was it June? I had one of those carpeting knives, and I went to cut the box, and I gashed. That's when I gashed this whole palm of my hand.
Wasn't
And-
that our box?
I can't remember whose it was, but I know I bled pretty profusely all over that block because it was going.
Oh no, I think it was Stephanie's.
Somebody's box got.
Oh my god.
Well,
Another-
Danny changed the outside, but she didn't realize the blood had spewed all up inside the styrofoam, so my blood was
Gross.
all over the fish bags. And
You're
It's all right.
so
That's why I
disgusting.
send you Band-Aids when we send you fish.
yeah, that was a
How's
bad
this
day.
fish- Are this cat's going pretty good?
Oh, that's cute.
It's for Killer Kitty.
What's the
Yeah.
whole thing?
A bow and arrow
nice.
because we play Dungeons and Dragons and she shoots everything with her bow. And then she has a
Oh,
pet
sweet.
snake with wings in Dungeons and Dragons wrapped around her neck all the time. So I did that too.
I'm sorry, when I think Dungeons and Dragons, that's not the character I'm thinking.
What do you mean?
It's either a big bruising,
But when you think
barbarian
Killer
or-
Kitty, that's
or like
exactly
a
what-
cool wizard in like an all black cloak, something like that. Oh,
Do you want to
look
play
at
Dungeons
well,
and
looky
Dragons? with
here.
us,
Look at
Penny?
who the cat drug in now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I was just talking about you, Bentley, how I destroyed you at Stratego.
Well, what I think's amazing, we don't see Bentley for all years, but we do happen to see him the week his Seahawks win. Look at here.
I just dropped by to send my condolences to you, Kenny. I
Oh,
know your favorite quarterback is out for the season, and I feel horrible for you.
Yeah, you can see the tears. The only thing, like I said, if you were here earlier, Bentley, is that he was on my starting quarterback for 3 of my leagues. So I had to do some scrambling this week. I did all right. I mean, what do you do? That's the third time I've had to do this year already.
I mean,
I
in the league we're in together, right? I had Danny Derps, Richardson, who took an injury, and then I had Chubb.
Yeah, I had Chubb
My
in.
team is in the absolute dumpster fire of doom, right with
Yeah.
you in that same league because we both got completely hosed. But no, I sincerely wanted to send my condolences because you were starting to pick up. They're starting to look good,
Mm-hmm.
and then Kirk gets hurt.
I don't think this
and the
guy when he
first-
picked up. I don't understand the
Dobbs?
logic.
Yeah, I don't know why they picked up Dobbs.
I mean, Carson Wentz sitting out there. We probably could have got him for a base minimum contract for the rest of the year.
Well, it's probably because Carson Wentz inside of 2 games would put himself out for the season because he plays
Right.
so recklessly.
But I mean, for two mil, let's say we throw $2 million at him for a half a year. What are you out?
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
I think our chances of winning with that guy far outweigh our chances of winning with Dobbs. But
Now-
they're starting the rookie. They're at least going to give that rookie we got this year a shot. He's going to get a start this
Oh, yeah.
weekend. Who knows? Maybe the kid lights it up. Maybe we get lucky.
Now, I
He
have
said,
to ask a very sincere question. I know that I could get you to rage about your Vikings for a while. Ed,
You knew he was going there.
my man,
Hey.
what the hell happened with your Chiefs? It was the
What-
Broncos. The Broncos.
Well,
Their defense is good, but like
Before we came up, he was saying that he believes that Patrick Mahomes had the flu.
He
No,
definitely had the
I think
flu.
that's documented at this point that he had the flu. I don't pin it 100% on
The
Mahomes.
insurance
Like, I actually
salesman
watched
had
Oh,
a
I don't either.
tummy ache.
The
quite a lot
coach
of that
should have
game.
benched him.
but Ryan makes
Nobody
an excellent
else
point. He is an insurance salesman. You would figure he would have reasonable coverage and be okay.
Yeah, and nobody else showed up too. It's just I think they were, and honestly, if you look at Reed's track record, when they go up against somebody very weak and then a hard opponent the next week, I think he over coaches for Miami and didn't do much for Denver, and we lose a lot of those really easy games that we should be winning. It happens a lot.
It's Denver. It's like
And we just played Denver
they have
2
they
weeks
have
ago.
receivers who have more dropped passes than caught passes.
I mean, I think this coming weekend is going to be a freaking shootout, is what I think. And I think Hill will have his revenge.
Oh, you're talking KC versus Miami? I think.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be
it's going to be wild.
I think
What
Tyreek.
revenge?
I think Tyreek's going to wreak havoc on those guys.
Okay, now
He
on
has
more
nothing to
serious
have
talk,
revenge about.
I
He
came
left.
to razz a little because inherently I have to be an asshole. It's football, but can we talk about who the absolute best quarterback, or not quarterback, but coach without question is in the NFL right now?
Detroit Lions.
Okay, I like him, but Dan Campbell's missing a key skill set. Nobody
Mike
beats Mike
McDaniel.
McDaniel
Miami.
when it comes to being behind a microphone. That dude, class act. Every time he's dealing with the media, he has such a
Did you see the
wonderful
Jalen
little
Ramsey
snarky
thing?
zip in at them every time. Oh, dude, I love watching his interviews. I'll watch his interviews
Yeah.
all day long. That dude's a riot.
Well, I want
Plus,
to
he
thank
almost
you.
looks exactly like Nick Kroll.
He does look a lot like Nick Kroll, doesn't he?
Bentley, thank you
Yes.
for your team picking up the shark, because our Chiefs have been so good without him. We finally in the last 5 years had 11 players on the field,
I mean,
and it's amazing.
his first game back, he had one of his best games in a year and a half. So
I would imagine he only shows
I-
up like a couple times a year, and the
No.
playoff. He shows up in the playoff.
I mean, it's not my fault. Your coaching sucks. I'm sorry that
Yeah.
Seattle just has coaching that is far better at inspiring their players.
Maybe that's it.
Well, nobody can take that
I
away
mean,
from Carroll.
maybe they
Carroll
can't-
does get the most out of his players.
My
Carroll
coaches
is really
can't-
good at getting guys with a chip on their shoulder to play at a level that they shouldn't.
And he knows how to push those chips.
Player skill.
My coaches can't deal with guys that drive around with Uzis and get arrested over and over in LA.
Well, from a technical perspective, he does have a right to bear arms. Might not be the arms you should bear when you're well off and in a Lamborghini. Seems unwise.
But with the
But,
right
you know.
permits, he was probably totally legal.
Probably not in California, but maybe in Kansas City.
Yeah. Kansas City
Yeah.
was driving.
Wrong state.
Texas would certainly let you have almost anything as a self-defense weapon.
Plus, we don't know
Oh, yeah.
what the neighborhood he was in was like. Maybe he was fearful for his life. He was just trying to make sure he had himself covered,
I mean,
He was in LA though.
I'd be fearful for my life in
Both
basically
times.
any portion of California.
I'm telling y'all right now, man. When I was a Marine, my father-in-law had to pick me up, and I was shipping my car over to Hawaii. Well, the only place you ship near the base we're at is Compton. So I had to go down to this port down by Compton, drop my car off, and my father-in-law was supposed to be there at 6:00. He shows up at 8:30. And I'm standing there in full Marine dress blues. And I was starting to get fearful when the sun was going down. I had a bunch of dudes checking me out. Oh, I'm not a cop. I'm a Marine.
Yeah, I think you'd be slightly safer as a Marine, but
I don't think they were thinking
So-
they weren't thinking proud American there. I'm telling you, that was getting the mean mugging.
Questionable. Anyway, I mostly came to share my condolences with you fine friends. I
Yeah.
still have a bunch of editing to get done. I don't know that I'm sleeping
Well,
tonight. This is going to
we-
be great.
We appreciate you coming up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
miss
thank you.
talking with you guys because lately my
So
mental
before
health
you
has
go,
been
Bentley,
affected
who you
editing
taking
stuff.
on this Chiefs Miami game?
I gotta go with Miami. I'm sorry, man. They're playing so well. I still think so.
Who
I
they
still
beat
think.
that's over 500 this year?
I mean, you
No
lost
one.
to frickin' Denver.
Yeah.
You lost to Denver, bro.
They beat the Cowboys, I think, didn't they?
It's the Cowboys.
Remember.
We don't talk about the Cowboys. They
The Cowboys-
fail
Cowboys
spectacularly
are
all
starting
the
to
time.
turn it on.
The only person worse in prime time than the Cowboys is Kirk Cousins.
Poor Kirk. Poor Captain Kirk. He's such a nice man. He's such a nice guy. He can't catch a break.
Yeah, somebody's going to have a very nice quarterback next year. It won't be the Vikes.
Yeah, I don't foresee them keeping him. The only reason why I say Miami is just their offense has looked significantly better and more consistently explosive than Casey has this year. Casey has a history of being an exceptionally good offense.
I think the
Oh, yeah.
Chiefs are probably going to, their homework they're doing over the offseason is they will bring in a solid free agent wide receiver and probably draft another one.
Well, I actually think right now the biggest problem they probably have is their O-line, more so than their weapons. Like Andy Reid can coach not so great receivers to play above their talent. Like,
Well, he's failing
Our
this year.
O-line's
good.
It's
But
pretty
the-
good. We've got like the least amount of sacks in the whole league.
That's because Mahomes can move.
But that's Mahomes is constantly.
Then how to
running.
get sacked so much last year with the two bad defense or offensive tackles we had?
I don't know. I watched a lot of the Denver game, and he was running for his life way too often.
Yeah,
And
that
that's
was a-
not
that was
the
the worst
defense that
game
Denver had a
of the
few
year.
years back either. It's a kind of makeshift
Well,
defense.
No, their
But it-
defense is actually pretty good. They're in, I think, top 10. They're a relatively good
Miami has-
defense.
beat nobody with a 500 or better record.
Well, they will
They
this
lost
Sunday.
to the Eagles and they lost to the Bills.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Yeah, that they've only beat up on a bunch of really terrible teams. And
I
I
was
think
pretty
you
sure
got a
they had the
point
easiest
that-
record or easiest schedule in football to start the year.
That's the only
Yeah,
saving
but
grace my
point-
Vikings have on the year is we do have a very favorable schedule from here on out. But only thing exception is we got to play Detroit twice.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins lose their next 3 games.
Who they
I-
got?
The Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Jets.
I actually think
Oh, they'll
as
beat the
long
Raiders.
as Detroit can keep their offense reasonable in the sense of about like 28 points a game, they're really close to the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, they're scary.
The 49ers, in theory, should be on paper, but Purdy has looked bad 3 games straight.
And now it's in his head.
Right, exactly,
What
and
about
that's
the
gonna be in your head. The
Eagles are still there.
Okay, so here's my problem with the
A.J. Brown is a stud.
Yeah, sure.
It
One
he's
player
the
is a
most
stud.
getting better.
That's fine.
Hurts is a
Travis-
stud. Devontae Smith's a
Smith
great
is a
number
stud.
2.
Mm.
Gallard's a
Ward,
hell of a
great
tight
number
end.
1.
I mean, they got a pretty good offense. And their defense is vicious.
Okay, so the most exciting part of their defense was probably the addition of Jalen Carter. He has not been very good. He's been okay. He's been compared to what you would expect based on everything that tape, hype, etc. Because you'll go back, right? The Seahawks had the option. I call them the Seahawks, which is sometimes very accurate.
Yeah, I can borrow
just-
that one.
Look at one of our games not too long ago. The Seahawks had the option to take Jalen Carter or Witherspoon. We needed a pass rush bad, even after free agency, and they took Witherspoon for a reason.
You know, what I'm shocked by, and I
Because
thought for
Carter-
sure,
Carter killed
They-
that person in the racing incident.
I was surprised that they didn't make a play for Hunter, actually. Because the Vikings made it pretty vocal. They would trade him for the right deal. And then he's top 5 pass rusher in the league this year. I thought for sure. And we have a good working relationship with the Sea Chickens. So
Yeah, I mean, we made a pickup, but I don't know. I think I'm wondering. Carroll seems to prefer people in the off season because he wants more time for them to get used to the way the Seahawks operate. And you'll notice that, like, unless it's a former Seahawk coming back mid-season, the pickups usually don't do all that great before the trade deadline and at the trade deadline. They do okay, usually better than whoever they're replacing, but not phenomenally well. But if you look at the free
Their
agency
drafting-
signings that come
their
in,
drafting is what keeps them in contention.
well, sure, our drafting's great, right? But if you look at the free agency signings that come in the offseason, those guys always go from a okay or decent season to a great following season under a full season under the Seahawks system. It's really interesting to, like, you can chart it, and it's consistent, especially on defense. Very, very interesting to watch.
I think the next time the Vikings go to Seattle, you and I should go, Bentley.
To a bar to watch it? Yeah, sure.
Oh, you don't want to go to the game?
Okay, so
I will go dressed as a full-fledged Viking. I'm not scared.
I'm sure you would, and Seattle would only lightly razz you. No, I like the view I get from the comfort of a TV.
Oh yeah.
I get the best view in the house.
Not to mention the amount of beers we could buy in lieu of the ticket.
Well, or
Red
more
Wings.
importantly, the cost of the booze in the stadium in comparison
Right.
to anywhere else.
$10 12-ounce beer.
10? Seattle, sir? No.
Well, and the ticket, I think
gonna be
that's
like 16
one of the
bucks.
top
That's
3
ridiculous.
most expensive tickets in the country too.
That's-
Seattle is up there. It's not the worst, but it's up there. I think the
Yeah.
the 49ers and the Cowboys are the most expensive tickets in the NFL. I could probably look it up to actually confirm that, but I know Seattle is an expensive ticket. Like the last time I looked,
I thought it was New England.
it
for
was like a
while
pair
there.
a pair of
Those-
tickets
those
would
tickets are
basically
probably
run
come
you
down
a little
bit.
over $400, and you're in the 300 level.
Yeah, you're
You're
nosebleed.
in the bleeders, and it's $400 for a game for 2 tickets. It's like I could do a lot with $400.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
A couple
very-
of years ago.
Very nice meal, and pay for a friend for $400.
Well, $400 will put some pretty fine-looking fish in the tank too.
That it will.
A couple of years
And a
ago,
prime
my
rib on your
buddy,
plate.
he wanted to take his family to a Seahawks game, and he ended up seeing the Seahawks. He took his whole family down to LA to watch them play the Rams because it was cheaper than going to
Oh,
Seattle. The plane tickets and everything was cheaper than buying the tickets
Wow.
to the game in
That,
Seattle.
that doesn't surprise me because most of the LA teams have such terrible attendance that the
Mhm.
tickets are actually reasonably cost efficient.
Yep.
Sports in general in Seattle is expensive because outside of, I guess, maybe baseball nowadays, just because baseball's struggling with attendance in general, Seattle is such a like fanatically psychotic region for sports. We'll do anything for some semblance of excitement.
Yeah.
So, like our hockey team is only a few years old, and those tickets are already astronomical in price, and there's significantly more games than the NFL.
Kraken!
So what did you? Not to get off
40
subject, but what did you guys
One
think
games at home.
about Texas winning the World Series, getting their first ever World Series?
Just found out just now.
It's nice for Nolan Ryan to get a World Series win in one way, shape, or form. It's kind of sad that it
Is
didn't
he
happen when he was
involved in the
pitching.
organization?
He's one of the owners.
Yeah.
Ryan,
I went-
Nolan Ryan owns something
Oh, is
like
he?
35, 40% of the team. He owns a lot. He owns a lot of the team.
Wow.
Oh wow, good for him. Right on. That's cool.
I went to see Nolan Ryan one of his last games on his last year down there. That was our senior trip, was to go to Dallas and watch Nolan Ryan. And the game that we went to, Minnesota decided to play a rookie. So they waited for Nolan Ryan, gave him a day off. And we saw these two rookies play, and it was like 13-15 when we left. And it was like
Oh,
in
wow.
the sixth. It was like 115 degrees. It was horrible.
So
And normally you'd be excited about a high scoring game, but it was just so hot and we didn't get to see Nolan Ryan.
I was
So
sitting
disappointing.
first baseline side, about 10 rows back on the game where he finally blew out his arm, his very last game in Seattle.
Shiva, you can
Oh,
come up
wow.
here. Come on.
Because my dad had got tickets specifically knowing like this might be the last time we'd ever get to see Nolan Ryan in person. And that's the game where he just blows everything out in its game. It was literally the last game he ever played.
I saw Bo Jackson's last real good game as a baseball player before he blew out his hip. Because I was going to that game just to see Frank White's last game because he was retiring. He was the second baseman for the Royals. He's my favorite player of all time. And Bo was so amazing. And then he got hurt. I took a bunch of my buddies and they were all like, wow, Bo is amazing.
Yeah, I think Bo is probably the rarest freak athlete of them all.
Oh, he
Because
could throw the ball. It's insane.
Dion played two sports as well, but Dion was nowhere near as good at baseball as Bo was. He's a phenomenal football player, right? He'll be one of the best quarterbacks ever to play the game in
I think
perpetuity.
Bo would have played any sport good.
Probably. I mean, we all know the old Bo Jackson commercials, right?
Yeah.
Bo knows.
Bo knows.
I mean, people didn't realize his defense, though, was so insane. How he could just launch the ball.
Well, I mean,
from
you gotta
the
think about
outfield.
the arms that guy
Insane.
had. I mean,
He was like
he's
a
starting out
cannon.
with so much muscle mass, and then he is naturally quite graceful. Like that's dangerous, man, for baseball. It's real
And
dangerous.
fast.
Even dangerous for football.
Yeah, up until that really unfortunate tackle that caused that tear internally to his hip.
Yeah. Ugh.
That sucked.
Well, that's the life of a running back, though. I
Think of the
mean,
that guy would have had if that injury hadn't happened. He'd have played two sports, probably
Well,
in the
and
Hall of
that
Fame.
injury, they didn't even check for the injury because that injury happens to nobody. You can't they
Right.
didn't think it was
It's
possible.
so-
you could
it's
dislocate
so
a
rare.
hip. Yeah. Unless you have the power of Bo Jackson.
All right, guys.
Well, it happened to Priest Holmes, too.
you out of here?
Several years later.
Yeah, I got to go back to editing. I still got a bunch of work to do. So
All right, bud.
have a
Thanks
good
for hanging
night,
out with
everyone.
us.
Just wanted to say hi. All right, guys.
Later, Bentley.
Bentley's nice.
I think Peplin and Roxanne fell asleep on us over there.
No, Brian took the puppy out to go to the potty, and I'm just picking algae out of the substrate.
Oh, my God. Well,
She's
I
so
guess we're
cute.
going to end the stream early tonight because Danny is on me to get the Menchie's. She wants her Menchie's.
Well, it's been over an hour.
We
It's
have
not that
27
early.
more minutes.
Yep, I got to get her for her Menchie fix. Plus, I want my Menchie fix.
He's ending.
Well, guys, good luck to your teams this weekend. Ed, may the force be with you for Kansas City. My Vikings,
Thank you, sir.
we've got Atlanta at Atlanta. So 50-50 shot we'll win there. Who do you got this week,
hope.
Ryan?
Oh
The
shit!
New
I
York
forgot.
Football Giants.
Ooh.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Who do you got, Pep?
Vegas,
Play,
right?
play some money on Saquon Barkley rushing for over 76 yards or something. He should be able to do that against the Raiders, no problem.
Yeah. Who do you guys got, Pep?
I don't even remember. I thought it was the Raiders. It's not. No,
No,
Chargers. Chargers.
Chargers.
The other New-
Ooh, that's going to
Yeah,
be a good
Chargers.
game.
Yeah.
Monday night, too, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny.
There's
Chargers have
Danny.
been
She's looking for
surprisingly
her
bad.
shoes, I'm betting.
Hi, Danny.
26
That's my cue.
minutes, Kenny.
All right, I'm out.
I like your bedspread.
All right, guys. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Thanks to
I'll
all
miss
my
you guys.
co-hosts. Later.
Oh, I never said what convention I'm going to.
Well, hurry up.
I'm going to the OCA.
Nice.
Oh, nice. That'd be cool.
Hey, bye.
So if you're in the
Hey.
OCA area, go see Ed this weekend.